Hi there, welcome to Formidable Academy. In this video, we will be looking at congruency in triangles. Let's start by looking at these two definitions. We will remember in one of our previous videos, we defined a triangle as a polygon with three sides and three angles. Then congruency is defined as a case where two triangles are exactly the same. We'll be looking at these cases, and there are four in number, and all of them will be covered in this video. So the first case is where we have side, side, side. So we have all the sides of the two triangles in question being equal in size. So let me draw the two triangles for you here. And in the case of side, 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 so we'll have one side like that equal to this side equal to that side, and then we'll have this side equal to this side. And in that way, we'll be done proving to say the two triangles are congruent by just using the sides. And if that is not the case, you will come look for the next one to say, is this case met? So let's draw two triangles once again. So in this case, what do we do? So what we do in this case is that we are going to be looking at the side angle side. So what does it mean? We want this. Let me change my pen here. We want this side and this side to be the same, this side and that side to be the same, and then the angle between these two sides must be equal. If that's the case, and then you know to say the two triangles are congruent. And a sign to show that two triangles are congruent is three horizontal lines. Let's go back to the first case there, and we will now conclude to say those two triangles are congruent. Moving on to the third case. The third case, we have a right angle hypotenuse side. Right angle hypotenuse side. So we are dealing with two triangles which are 90-degree based angles to the right angle triangles. So let me draw the second triangle here. So what we'll have again is a line here, a perpendicular line, and then another line like that. Let me zoom out a little bit. So in this case, even though I didn't draw the triangles up to scale, so what we'll have a right angle in both triangles, and then we have the hypotenuse, which is going to be the same for both triangles, and then one side for both triangles must be identical in those two triangles, and then we can come back and conclude to say the two triangles are congruent. Moving on to the fourth case. The fourth case comes in different ways, so we can just summarize it by saying this is a case where we have two angles that are the same in both triangles, and we have a single side which is the same in length when comparing to the two triangles. And then in that case, we can say now that the two triangles are congruent. Let's look at these cases quickly. So we have a triangle here. Equally so, okay. We have a triangle like that. Shoot, that's a mistake again. So we have a triangle, another triangle here, and then what do we want to have in our first case here? Our first case here, what we want is that we must have angle side. So this angle and this angle, and then the top angle and the top angle, and then one side must be the same. So we can just have this side, and in that way we'll have satisfied the condition at the top to say we have two angles and one side. And then we can come back with the same thing, but instead of starting by two angles, we can start by a side to say we have this side and this side equal, and then it happens that this angle and this angle are the same, and then this angle and this angle are the same, and then we'll have these conditions met, and we can conclude to say the two triangles are congruent. And then therefore the third case, what we'll have there will be what will be an angle side angle. So this will mean we have something like an angle identical in both triangles, a side identical in both cases. So an identical sides, I'm speaking about sides which are equal in length, and then we'll have angle and that angle being equal, and then that will be enough information for us to conclude that the two triangles are congruent based on that case of saying we have an angle side angle. And when proving two triangles to be congruent, you always need to give a reason to say why are you saying the two triangles are congruent. So you may opt to write the whole statement or just use these contraptions or abbreviations, I can say. But the most important thing is that your lecturer or teacher will tell you to say how do they prefer it. Do they want you to write it in full, or you can just write the abbreviation and they won't have a problem with it. This was another episode brought to you by Formidable Academy, the home of distinctions.